Hey, shooters, we're here at Taran Butler's ranch, and he's putting on a very special shoot, and he's going to tell us about it.
Yeah, this is a little event put on by Trigicon and Hornaday. It's a writer's event. Some of the most famous writers out there are here to learn about 3-gun, introduction to 3-gun, the equipment involved, and what it takes to do well in it, and how powerful Trigicon and Hornaday are involved in doing well in 3-gun competitions.
Okay, tell us how this all came about. I mean, did you wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm going to invite all these people in, or was this kind of a common idea?
It was kind of a common idea between me and Tom Munson and Eddie Stevenson of Trigicon, and just wanted to do an event, and I have all the stuff here, and I don't do this all the time, once every first time actually, and they wanted to just get a feel for what it's about, what they're sponsoring and why they're so involved in it, and they've been pretty dominant in the sport. Now they want to get a feel for themselves what it's like to do 3-gun. Yeah,
good. Well, when Terrence said he doesn't do this a lot, he didn't mean that he doesn't have people out here to shoot. I think what he was referring to was he doesn't usually have outdoor journalists here, right?
Yeah. Right. I mean, I do classes mostly around other parts of the country and stuff like that. But, yeah, usually I have a bunch of writers all out at once. So they're having a good time, and they're doing really well. They love it.
Okay. And had they shot before?
Yeah, all of them have shot before, and they're having a good time. They haven't shot 3-gun before, maybe a couple of them, but they're getting a feel for it, learning that it's a lot harder than it looks.
Okay, so you're breeding your own competition?
Maybe.
Okay, everybody knows Tom Munson. I mean, if you're in the business at all, and even if you're not in the business, Tom Munson is a guy with Trigicon who everybody wants to meet because he's the expert when it comes to scopes. Hey, right?
No, not the expert. I just try and sell the things.
Yeah, all right. Well, tell us about the latest and greatest.
Well, today we're working on the HD night sights. We came out with a high-definition, heavy-duty night sight this year. Trigicon's been the leader in night sights for the last 20, 30 years, but we just developed this brand-new sight, large, big front post to focus your attention on that front sight, and so we're running that through its paces, and we also got the RMR, our ruggedized miniature reflex that we've got on some Glocks here, and we're running that through also.
Okay. Did you shoot this morning?
I did shoot this morning. I set the pace.
You set the pace, so you're out in front?
So far.
Okay, well, let's watch Tom shoot, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, to the roof. Yeah. Safety on, set it down. Knock the safety off. One slug on the big white target. Aim dead on.
Hey, shooters, I'm here with Sammy Reese, FMG Publications. He just shot. We just watched him. Tell us about it.
This is it's a whole new experience for me. I got a lot of shooting experience, just not doing all 3 guns at the same time.
So you came out here to Taran's place because you wanted to try this particularly.
Yeah, in the industry, there's so many different venues people like to do, from, just bullseye shooters to long-range shooters. And this kind of steps it up the game. You get your heart rate up a little bit. And you can't, what did Taran say? You can't just hose with one gun. You've got to be able to run all 3 of them, or you'll never win any of the events. So.
Right. It's a lot more challenging. I think we've all done individually each one of these guns somehow, somewhere, but put the 3 of them together, and now it's a thinking man's game.
Yeah, you need to think. You need to remember the course of fire. You know, and Taran made everything look so easy yesterday doing the drills. And yeah, we got it down. And now that timer starts, and you want to do better than all your buddies. So you're fumbling ammo on reloads, and did I shoot it twice? You know, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, we got you on camera, so thank you very much for spending some time with us, and we'll see you on the range.
Great, thanks for coming out.
Okay, thank you. Hey, shooters, raise your hand if you take American Rifleman. Okay, because I've got Angus McClellan here, who is a writer for American Rifleman. Tell us why you came and where you're from.
Well, I'm from Farmville, Virginia, and Trigicon invited me out to come, learn a lot from Taran and just have a good time and check out the new products.
Okay, have you shot through gun before?
Just a little bit, just a hair. Not really competing, but I wasn't totally, unaware when I got here.
Okay, so
I've learned plenty since I've been here.
Oh yeah, so you have guns at home, and this is not, this is just the first time you put three of them together, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Hey, shooters, we're here with Rock Galati. Now, how many of you go out to the movies and you see all the exotic weapons and all the different things that take place with guns? And well, you ever wonder who's behind all that? Well, I have him here with us, and his name is Rock Galati, and he is the owner of Motion Picture Weapons, and he brought a weapon along, by the way, that we will tell you about, but let's learn a little bit more about Rock, how he got into business and why he's here today.
How you doing? I got in the business from the Marine Corps. I started out there and kind of right place, right time, was on set, weapon went down, and armor didn't know how to fix it, so I fixed it for him, and next thing you know, I had a job.
Well, sometimes it happens that way, right? And obviously you love it.
I absolutely love it, yeah. I've been doing it 25 years. I've done movies from Platoon, Born on the 4th of July, to the Matrix movies, to Last Samurai, Expendables. Getting ready to shoot another one with Stallone right now called Headshot. We're getting ready to head out to New Orleans in 2 weeks.
Okay, so that when he says that he's doing the movie, what he means is you're supplying the weapons and showing the different stars how to use them and things like that, right?
That is correct, yes. Supply the weapons, on set, monitor the weapons, make sure that everything is safe in regards to the gunfire, make sure the actors know how to use them proficiently, and that they are completely safe at them with all respects to firearms.
All right. Well, you're going to like the one he has with us today. And tell us a little bit about this.
This is one of the first 20 off the assembly line from Keltec. This is the new Keltec KSG. This is a 12-gauge shotgun, and it has, if you look down here, it has 2 magazine tubes, so it holds 7 rounds in each magazine tube. So when you're on the fly and you're firing the thing, it's bullpup design, fire it, switch from one magazine tube, crank them out. Have to flip over, you just go to the next magazine tube. You got 7 more rounds. So 14-round capacity at 12 gauge in a very compact design.
Okay, can we open that up a little later and see how that's done, that flipping of the switch part? I'm trying to figure, I see how it, we'll get a close-up of this. Actually, it's simpler than you think.
It's very, very
and I thought it was going to be much more complicated. But, sometimes the simplest things work, and that is a metal piece that does,
yes,
okay, and that is a metal piece, okay. What a nice little weapon. We don't know for sure just yet if it's legal in California, but we know that it's certainly legal in some places, especially Hollywood.
It's legal for me.
Okay, it's legal for you.
I've got the license.
Hey, shooters, how many times have you heard about someone walking into a gun store and asking for a particular weapon and maybe speaking to someone behind the counter who didn't know enough about the weapon to explain it, much less sell it? Well, I have a man right here, Slayton White, who is the editor of Shot Business, whose job it is to educate retailers on such subjects as guns so that they are able to better represent the weapon to a customer when he comes in. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely right, particularly with 3-gun, which we're doing here today. This is a brand new action game. Lots of younger guys are going to come in. If you're typically selling hunting goods, it's not going to work on a 3-gun course. It's a slightly different variation. And it's very important for the retailers to know that and have a guy behind the counter who participates in 3-gun so he can talk knowledgeably about the firearms you're going to use.
Right. Now, but that's not the reason why he's here today. The reason why he's here today is because he wanted to see what 3-gun was about, and this is his first time.
It is an incredible game. My heart's still pumping. I just did my first run, and the adrenaline kicks in, and wow, it's just so amazing. So different than deer hunting, where you sit in a stand for 8 hours and nothing's going to happen. Here, you got 1 minute of complete frenzy. But the emphasis on safety and accuracy, as always. It's really a lot of fun. I can see why it's growing, and it's very important for our retailers and readers to get on board with this game.
And what he failed to tell you was that he's also works for Field and Stream as
Deputy editor of Field and Stream.
deputy editor, and he came out here from New Jersey just for this shoot so he could be with Taran, so he could learn about 3-gun, and then I'm sure he's going to turn around and he's going to write some articles about it.
Well, you bet. Plus, I gotta gear up, which is always fun.
Thanks, Slayton. Appreciate it.
Nice talking with you.
Good luck on the range.
Thank you.
We'll see you out there.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks, we'll be back in just 1 minute. Hello, shooters. My name is James Towle, and welcome to the American Trigger Sports Network TV show. We are here in San Luis Obispo, California, just inside Morro Bay and just under the shadow of the Hearst Castle. Shooters, while we're here, we're going to be looking at some of the top revolver shooters from around the country. Some of the names we all hear and read about and you've seen on the show before. We're going to cover them all. We're going to see their skills, and I'm going to show you targets just as they strike them.
Wet today. I think right now it's not raining, but you know, those bags kind of make your ability to see those shots where they actually went as you're leaving that array. Typically, you can visualize, get a line of sight on those shots, and you can make them up. It's just really hard. You just shoot and go, shoot and scoop, because you're not going to be able to see the shots. But we're making best of what we can do out here. So still a great match, great people. You know, out here, just because it's gravel, doesn't change the footing much. You know, this is a slippery range as is, always has been since they laid down the base rock. I'll take this over mud any day, like Tulsa, Oklahoma. So this isn't bad. It's just you know, dealing with the wet targets and the tape and all that. It just makes it a little tough, but we're still having a good time.
My name is David Sergi. I'm with Secure Firearm Products, one of the premier sponsors here, and I'm from Joplin, Missouri. Welcome to the 20th Smith & Wesson International Revolver Championship. We're in beautiful Morro Bay at the Hogue Action Pistol Range. It's been a beautiful week. About approximately 230 shooters from around the world and several foreign countries. Australia and Italy, I believe, are represented here. Some of the best revolver shooters from around the world are here this week, and we're getting ready for the shoot-off. The courses of fire this year were excellent. There was a lot of field courses. There was a few skill challenge type courses. There were a few classifier courses. Some of them presented multiple scoring opportunities from multiple positions. Depending on which gun you were using, an 8-shot or a 6-shot, it didn't really add an advantage, but it certainly changed the way the course was shot. I haven't had any complaints from anyone on the courses. They were absolutely gorgeous. There's 3 different divisions here. They used to have a division called Retro. They've changed the name to Classic and modified the rules a little bit. And that's going to be a 6-shot revolver. And you have to use the speed loaders like Safariland Comp 3 where the rounds are actually loose. They're not attached to a moon clip. The other division would be Limited, which has, you can use speed loaders. Your gun has to be cut for the moon clips. You can also, no optics or anything else. The 3rd division would be Open, where you have optics. You can have moon clips or speed loaders. Most everybody has moon clips. There's several different styles of reloading. There's strong hand and weak hand. They're all pretty much the same speed. It's what you're comfortable with. And when you do weak hand, you open, dump the cylinder, take the rounds and put them in, close the cylinder. You never take your hand off the grip. With the Jerry Micklick reload, where you do weak hand reload, he grabs the gun with his weak hand, undoes it, takes the rounds with his strong hand and puts them in, closes the cylinder and re-grips his gun. In this match, there are some times that the reload can make or break your stake. In order to be really good, it takes a lot of practice.
Jerry Mitchell-Lark, and I'm from Princeton, Louisiana. What we're competing at is the 20th annual I-Corps Championships. It's the International Confederation of Revolver Enthusiasts. They have an excellent prize table here. It's almost $190,000 worth of prizes to be won. Shooters than there's ever been. There's more junior shooters, more women. So it's really a pretty exciting event. I'm just happy to be a part of it this year. This is my 19th consecutive win, so I'm pretty excited to be here. Smith & Wesson, of course, has been one of my main sponsors, so without their help, I wouldn't be here. They're one of the top sponsors of this competition and have to come out on top, so it even makes it better.